also on YouTube Live and Twitch TV. And we have our special guests
I
joining us on the
know.
show today. Before we give you more of the top 10, let's welcome our guests. We have Morissette and Dave Lamar.
Yay!
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello. All right. So, you have exciting news for everyone.
We
And
do.
you have this like amazing show that's coming up. So, tell us all about it. Like, okay, first up, what is it called?
Yes. So, sorry, there's a little bit of feedback coming our notes, but while we're trying to fix this coming Friday already, we're gonna be having our very first headline show, and it's called "Feels Like Home." And actually, it's interesting because even this interview, I think this is the first time that we're actually doing an interview together, just because we've just been doing separate things as separate artists for the longest time. And so this is the first time that we're coming together and putting out a show at the Music Museum this coming Friday. And it's going to be fun. We're going to be sharing so many of our originals and stories and even our journey as a couple. So but yeah, it's going to be a really great show. It's actually a launch also of the new album that we just put out a couple days ago, last Friday.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a launch of that album. So we're doing this show as like an album launch, and also just to have fun with everyone and share some covers and have fun. Yeah.
So, you know what? Lamar, right? That's
Yeah.
where From the Sea comes from.
Yes, the sea.
Where did you guys think about calling yourselves From the Sea? Was it based on the last name, or was there like something that happened where you at the beach?
We're
Have it-
mermaids.
So,
Ganun ba?
so it started when right before we got married, we were discussing with the guys that were going to shoot our wedding film, like the concept and everything like that. And after that, like initial meeting, I was like, babe, what if instead of like choosing like royalty free music or whatever, or our favorite songs, like what if we just write the soundtrack to our own wedding film? And so that's what we ended up doing. Some songs we wrote specifically for the film, some were old songs that I had written. And then after we released, after like we got married and we released the wedding film, we were like, well, we don't necessarily want to release these songs. I mean, we want to release the songs, but we don't want to release it under my name or under her name. So like the best kind of compromise was, well, let's come up with like a duo name. And every time we decide to release music together, it would go under that specific duo name. And so we sat down one day and we were like, okay, we're going to brainstorm and see what the name is going to be. And so I've already known from like other friends and relatives that Lamar means the sea. La is the, and then Mar is sea in other languages. So I just typed in Lamar, meaning, and then I forget what language it was, but it said that in some languages it means from the sea. And it was like, literally this happened in the span of like 5 minutes. Wait, that's it. From the sea. All right, cool. So then it's like songs and music from the Lamars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chico, we're back in your glory days. Chico and Delamar. Chico and Delamar.
True.
Oh.
Hindi, pero like going back to the title of your show, which is Feels Like Home. Tapos diba you were saying like usually separate kayo na like yung you would have your own thing, Dave, and then your own thing, Morissette, and then now it's parang like the first time that you're like being interviewed together, having your show together. So like when you were choosing the songs, ito ba yung theme natin for the concert na parang it's the songs that are parang you chose the songs that are very important to you as a couple, or merong special meaning to you guys? Ganun ba yung parang magiging theme ng show?
for the show. Well, definitely a lot of these songs that people can expect from the show are the originals that we have put out, which are songs that are inspired from our journey as a couple and just our love
Mm.
story ever since before, from meeting to all the different stages in the relationship that we went through. So we're gonna be sharing all of those songs, and of course telling more about the stories. And of course, yung mga songs din po na kasi Dave and I have been technically parang singing together, and we've met back since 2011 pa, and we just put out a lot of covers on YouTube and a lot of stuff also during the pandemic while we were away. And so we decided to put those songs as well, because they've just been doing a really good also on social media. So we thought it'd be fun also to be able to sing those songs live also for the first time. So a lot of the things that people have been seeing from us from the internet, definitely those are gonna be the songs that people will be expecting from the show. Parang and even the originals, this is also the first time that we're gonna be singing it live. So
Oh,
yun. And
Yeah.
so, and it's gonna be very homey, very intimate, and I really like the setup also of Music Museum being very it's not too high, like the stage is not too high, parang eye level lang. So parang there's that intimate feel in Music Museum. That's why it was just the perfect venue also for us.
So
You
we're
guys,
gonna expect a lot of kilig at the
yes.
concert for sure.
For sure, maybe kilig, mga backstories.
Do you guys remember the first song you sang together? Like back in the day, I know, like I've known both of you since 2010, 2011. I know
Right?
that
Yeah.
Dave had a YouTube channel then, and did you guys do a duet during that time?
Yeah.
When was the first time you did a duet? What was the first song you did together?
Well, actually, to even bring it back a little bit, we met in 2011 sa TV5 because I was doing this variety show with them, and then pinasok si Dave and even yung brother niya, and some cornerstone artists as well sa show na yun, sa Fantastic.
Yeah.
Doon, I don't remember if we ever had prods together, but the very first cover that we did on YouTube was the song Before It Explodes.
Ayun, pumutok na.
Na nga!
It was like a foreshadowing
Yeah,
of everything to come.
to come.
that's
But
true.
yeah.
At saka dapat kasi sabi niyo very homey, 'di ba? Yung vibe of the show, and it's like you're inviting everyone into your home and your journey and your story. O di dapat may ano yun, parang like, is it like meron kayong kanta dun sa sala, meron kayong kanta sa banyo, meron kayong kanta sa
I mean,
dapat medyo ganun.
we're gonna try our best to make it as cozy as possible. We're also
You're on the
working-
right path, though. That's
Yeah.
that's the concept of
Okay.
That's the
Yeah, we're
concept.
gonna make Music Museum our home for the evening and just have fun with everyone.
Pwede nyo i-recreate yung Before It Explodes. Tapos
Ay!
kumakato kayo sa banyo.
Diba?
Sa bathroom. Ito iba iniisip eh. Bathroom mo iniisip ko. Grabe kung si Hazel.
I mean, that sounds like a fun idea, Chico. And I'm sure so many monsters are wondering, okay, how can we get tickets to this show? Because we want to be a
Yes!
part of it.
Yes. Tickets are out already at TicketNet,
Ticket to Me.
tickettome.net. So please get your tickets now. It's actually almost selling out already. So, but we're very excited to be able to just spend that evening with music, and with everyone, of course, and just share so much more about us also.
Yeah, it's also really nice to see the relationship and how music flourishes from a couple,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's like it's their love story, and that's how they will share it with all of us, right?
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
How have you guys been preparing for this? Meaning, like, let's say, how many covers, how many like originals? Is
Originals.
it like 50-50? Or you don't have to say exact numbers, but like,
Yes.
is it gonna be more originals or more covers?
I think it's fair to say that definitely this show will be more originals.
Yeah.
even for me also, I was even telling like our team sa Underdog na this show is really kind of like putting out a new artist. Kasi I'm not going in as Morissette, and Dave is also not going in as Dave. Like, we're going in together as this new artist called From the Sea, and this artist is, I know, it's hopefully gonna flourish with its originals. Of course, we're gonna be doing covers and even some songs that people know from us individually. We're gonna be putting that in the show as well. But I think for the most part, it's really gonna be the originals, and we also just want to be putting out more of these songs para, diba? And also our stories to everybody.
And it's actually funny because this concert really started out as, all right, we're going to release these songs, and a week later let's do like an album launch. And it started from like a small venue to then like all of a sudden we were in the music museum. We're like, all right, cool. So
it's major.
It's technically also really an album launch of our new album. So we're sharing stories from the songs there, some of the songs that we wrote previously from our first EP. And then we will have some covers that have been like significant to us, like some of the first covers that we did on YouTube and whatnot. And just they've been significant in our journey and our story. And so it's just parang just a different, just attacking a release differently.
I know, I'm so curious because you're both musicians. Have you ever did covers of each other's songs?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think we have. There's actually two songs, this is funny because there's actually two songs from the album that we released over the weekend. We did versions of each other's songs. So
yeah,
Dave,
that would be fun.
It was fun. So we already put it out actually. Dave did a song back in 2018 at the and he put out an EP called Homesick, and one of the songs there, which is one of my favorites, is called Something Only We Know. And so in our From the Sea, If We Never Happened album, I have a version, and it's called Something Only We Know, her version, because a version of his song. And in the same light, during the pandemic, I was also able to put out an EP called Signature, and one of the songs there was titled Will You Stay? And so in our From the Sea album, Dave has a version, so it's called Will You Stay? His version.
This is actually
yes.
Ito yung mga artist ng dalawang yun. Ayan, magka-holding hands sila.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, that's cute.
We're also selling it in the show, so our first time putting out merch.
So do you guys do shows as well with your bro, Dave?
No, not anymore.
He's focused
He's focused on other things in life. He's a basketball trainer now.
Basketball trainer now.
But I continue.
Because I remember back in the day it was DJ and
the Lamars,
Lamar.
yeah.
Lamars. That's what they're called, yeah.
Okay, now I know your
Lamars.
I know that when it comes to your songs, those are like your babies, right? But do you play favorites? Like, do you have a favorite track from the new album?
Oh my gosh. Do we have a favorite track from the... I don't know.
Ganito. Pag-isipan nyo, tapos pag bumilang ako, 1, 2, 3, para hindi kayo magkopyahan.
Sige.
Sasabihin nyo yung favorite track nyo, para hindi kayo pwede mag-usap beforehand. So, meron kayo? Are you ready?
Ako meron.
Wait lang.
Think of your favorite song from the album. Tapos, tignan natin kung pareho kayo.
I'm narrowing it down.
No clues.
It's not a lot. There's only like 7 songs.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready.
1, 2, 3.
That's where you'll find me.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Nice.
Now that we know that that's your favorite song, what is it about?
What is it
where
about?
did it come from?
Okay. I think Dave and I have different perspectives on the concept of the song, but I'd also just like to share like the backstory of it, because our process in writing songs is Dave would usually ask me, give me a title of anything
or a
concept, and that was a title that I gave to him. Sabi ko, well, parang maganda yung That's Where You'll Find Me. Sabi niya, okay, what's the concept? Yung parang, sabi ko sa kanya, yung parang kahit anong season in life you are going through, parang you'll always have that person in your life na kahit ano yung pinagdadaanan mo, that's where you'll find me anywhere. No matter whatever circumstance you're going through in life, I'm gonna be around. So it's just another way of just saying na parang I'll be there, diba? But so that was mine. But then as we continued to write the song, Dave suddenly had a different not naman perspective, but parang na-enlighten siya with something more about
well,
the song
as I was like writing it, like coming from like her concept, I was writing the song, and then parang the lyrics were getting like, I guess in a way deep, to the point where I'm like, wait, like it's a love song, but there's no humanly way possible that this kind of love that I'm writing about, I could give this to her, because it was just too deep of a love. And then I realized where it was almost as if it was God was the one speaking to me. It's like, no matter where you are in your life, the highs and the lows, even if like you're in like whatever like addiction that you're in or whatever things that you're struggling with, like you'll find me right next to you all the time. And so that's kind of where that went, to where it went from like, oh, let's write a love song, to it was almost like God's love song to us.
That's so sweet. And since you mentioned it, you know what? We'll be playing that song for the Monsters. We have it right here, and we'll play your favorite song for the Monsters. But before before we do that, please once again invite all of them to check out your concert this Friday.
Yes,
guys, we're so excited to be able to do this show together. This is going to be our first show together, as From the Sea, and Morissette and I's first like major like thing that we'll be doing. So please get your tickets at tickettome.net.
Yes, that's already happening this coming Friday at the Music Museum. From the Sea presents Feels Like Home, and we are very excited to welcome you guys into our home and share more about our stories and the songs. So please get your tickets now.
We are producing this with
Underdog Music, which is
the music label that Morissette and I started with some of our friends.
Yes.
So yeah, this is exciting.
Very exciting.
All right.
Oh, nice. Okay, I want to hear the song.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And congratulations in advance.
I know.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
And enjoy this track right here on The Monster.
Oh, we can't hear it.